What is up, YouTube friends and family? Welcome back to another episode of Double M Motorsports. We've got a motor. Stick around and enjoy the episode. All right, we went and picked up our motor, got her freshened. Just picked her up from Martys Machine. If you guys need anything done motor-wise and you're in the southwest Missouri area, Marty works in Aurora, Missouri. There's his contact information there. He is taking care of us. He built this brand new last year, and then due to some rule changes, I wanted to add some accessories so we can run the 1.5 aluminum roller rockers this year. So I got those added on to it, and he went through there and made sure everything was good to go and ready for another season. And special thanks to McCully Insurance over here for sponsoring the motor this year. Dad paid for the refresh on it, and then Marty also threw in a little extra money there on his labor and time. So I can't thank Martys Machine and McCully Insurance enough. I'm excited to get that motor thrown in there, see what she can do this year. Now that we've learned all the stuff that we don't need to do from last year. We had the overheating issues because I had the fan too far to the shroud. I would like to make another shroud. That one's getting kind of bent up. So anywho, we'll keep plucking away on this. We're getting close. We are getting really close. I'll show you everything I don't think you've seen. You guys seen all the body on it. It's done. I am going to run my old door panels. I've got driver's side there. I grabbed one from my old passenger side one. I cut it up and gave it to my sponsors this year. Gave them their sponsor label on the car. So I don't have the passenger door that matches that side. I've got the driver's door, and I think I've got the passenger door in my truck there. That way we don't have to run duct tape numbers. I'm going to be using Bring It and Sling It on our wrap this year. We had a new sponsor come on board, C&E Property Solutions. I will put their info right here, and you'll see it on the closing credits there to get in touch with them. They haul off any kind of stuff you need hauled off. They've got a dump trailer. They will come clean up anything, haul off anything for you. So they'll C&E Property Management. They'll get you taken care of. But anyways, they're sponsoring the wrap this year. So we're having Bring It and Sling It. We're going to give them a shot, but it'll probably be, several races into the season before it's completed, because I just submitted my initial payment and turned in the design ideas probably a month ago. So it'll take him a little while to get all that stuff done. So I didn't want to run duct tape numbers. I didn't want to take a chance. Sites told me I don't need to take a chance on ruining my fresh body work, even though I'm not too worried about the plastic stuff. But, the metal door on the driver's side, I don't want to dent that all up. We're all plastic on the nose, plastic on the rear fenders, so I'm not too worried about dinging those up too bad before the new wrap gets on. So instead of running duct tape numbers to start the season off, we'll just run the old doors on the car and call her good. But so anyways, the battery's back in. Got all new battery cables ran, new ground wire. Everything's hooked back up. The charging terminal's up top. The on-off switch and the brake bias gauge is back in. Those are back in there. I've got the new wire coming out to the starter. So all that's done and hooked up. Everything works. I tested it out the other day. And then cockpit's all done. I got a light. Unbox some light there for you. But cockpit's done. Everything's back in there. Shifters are in. Got there. They're back in there, ready to go. So she is almost there. So today's going to focus on getting the motor dropped back in here. I think I'm going to I'm gonna have to trim the back fenders so I can get this car down lower, but it's as high as you can get the jack stands up in the air. So I'm gonna slap the wheels and tires on it, get the thing off of jack stands to get the motor in, then we'll jack it back up and put it back on jack stands. That way the shocks aren't sitting up. Woo doggies, look at that. On the ground for the first time in probably 3 months. She's looking good. She is looking good. This is the stuff I get excited about. All right, had to throw some air in some tires. Of course, they were flat. Made sure to tie up my shifter rods. I didn't want to come back down and bend those, so glad I caught that before I did any damage. So all right, now we will hook the motor up and get ready to drop her in. Actually, before we strap it up and drop it in, I do want to get all the front accessories done on here. So we'll put the pulley on the harmonic balancer. We'll throw on the power steering pump, the water pump, all that stuff. Get all that stuff mounted on here. I'll save the fuel pump for after because I'm always scared that it kind of hangs off the side over here, so I'm always scared that I'll drop it in and hit the rail or something, because I do this by myself, that I'll do some damage to it. So I don't want to risk damaging my brand new my brand new fuel pump. That's only got a couple races on it. So yeah, we'll get all the accessories put on here first, and then we will drop it in. Okay, there she is. Accessories are all cleaned, put back on. You've probably seen me have to take the fan back off. I forgot to put my belt on that goes from the water pump pulley down to the harmonic balancer pulley before I put my fan on, because you have to snap it on. It won't go on without sliding this thing up over the water pump. So had to redo that, but other than that, she is ready to drop. Power steering pump's on. Everything's on, ready to go. Got everything cleaned up. She is looking good. So let's get this bad boy dropped in. Whew, hell's bells, boys and girls. That was a chore, but she is back in there. I always forget how many spacers I have on my motor mount. I've got 3 washers on each side, and I can't remember how many I put on or below the engine mount every single time until I get my drive shaft in and see how it's lined up. I need to put that in my notes, but he made it. I've got a couple bolts holding it in on the back side until I get my bell housing in. So next what I'm going to do is get my fuel pump on, bell housing, transmission, you know, go down the line there and get all that stuff on. I won't bore you guys with those details, but we'll pick it back up whenever all that's done. All right, there she is. She is installed. Fuel pump's on. You see me put all the front accessories on. Starter's in. Bell housing and transmission are in. I've got all the headers are on. Had to hook up the new show and felt headers that are legal. Same size all the way down through there. No changes in size. Had to get those on so I could see what they looked like. What else? We have got, I believe, every line hooked up for the most part. Power steering pump's hooked in. Still got to hook in the thermostat wire. I'm going to clean the carb before I put it back on. There's my throttle. Oil temperature sensor or oil pressure sensor. I've got the line going down to the transmission for the clutch. Shifter rods are hooked back up down in there. What else? I've got the fuel line ran up here to go into the fuel log or the fuel rail. That's oh, there's the oil pressure. Oh, I already said that. Oil pressure, fuel line's over there for the carb. So we are getting close to fire. I was gonna try to fire today, but the store that I get my oil filters from, Bumper to Bumper, was closed on the weekends. So that kind of shocked me that a parts store was closed on the weekends. But so I couldn't get my oil filter, so I'll grab that next week, throw it on, get fluids in this thing. I'm gonna take the radiator home tonight, get it flushed out, and then tomorrow, if I get to come over here, I'll install the radiator, get all the hoses hooked up there. I did get new 10mm Scott Performance plug wires, so I'm hoping I can fit those in there. These things are they are pretty fancy looking. Let's see here. Let me just set that on top of the motor. Scott Performance for ignition wires. These are the 10mm, so these are fatties compared to. Nope. These are fatties compared to the old ones. So these here are the MSD superconductor wires, and they did good, but I'm gonna get something a little bigger on there, improve the spark, and give me a little more protection underneath the headers with the wires there. So that's going to wrap up this video. I appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and we will see you guys in the next one.